we've been talking about the world as a kind of unified thing. But in the last couple of decades, there's been a movement within anthropology to rethink reality as, in fact, not one world, but made up of many worlds. And, ideas about many worlds or multiverses can be difficult to wrap your head around because it sounds like sci-fi or multiple dimensions. But they're just trying to make sense of human culture and meaning without assuming that what one group of people means by, say, a river is exactly what another group means. So how do we accommodate the really different ways that people are understanding their worlds, relating to them, and constructing them?
I think it might be helpful here to give a specific example that can help explain what it means to say that multiple worlds can exist together. The anthropologist Mario Blazer has worked for many years with the Innu, an indigenous community in the Canadian province of Labrador. And he noticed something really interesting that was going on a political level. When a hunting ban on caribou was introduced in order to protect the declining population in the region, the Innu flat out ignored the ban and continued hunting.
This isn't entirely surprising because there's a long history of Indigenous resistance to colonial impositions on their ways of life. But on another level, it is surprising because the conservation of caribou, which is an animal that has had a great amount of significance for the Innu and an important role in some of their rituals, would seem to be a cause that the government of Labrador and the Innu people would be aligned on.
It might be easy for those working in conservation or with the government that introduced this ban to say, what are the Inuit thinking? Why are they not getting the importance of this ban? But maybe we are not talking about the same thing in this dialogue. There are two different things being spoken about in connection to these two worlds, the world of the government and the world of the Innu. Western scientists, politicians, and wildlife managers all have a slightly different conception of the being that we call the caribou. For instance, corporations might see caribou as an obstacle for various business ventures that needs to be removed. For wildlife managers, it is a population that needs to be protected and monitored. But what these two perspectives share is that they ultimately see the caribou from a biological perspective. It's a kind of animal that lives and that can be subjected to various techniques of control. On the other hand, so we now shift to a different ontological world. For the Innu, there is no such thing as caribou. For them, the hunting ban is about what they call atîku. And atîku are non-human persons that are volitional beings and who have a very special relationship to spirit masters, who are beings in the Innu cosmology. And so hunting, with all of the rituals associated with it, is an essential way for the Innu to relate to the atîku, and by extension to the spirit masters. And so this is where we enter into the hard ontological question that points to the existence of two worlds. Who is right about what the caribou actually is?